What's up guys, Arolf here, back again with another video, and today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. So let's get into it. Taking a look around the packaging, on the top you get the Avengers A logo, on the bottom UPC, scan it if you want it, on the side picture of Hawkeye, on the other side picture of Black Widow, on the back same thing, also the brief description, so pause if you want to read that, and without further ado, let's get into it. Doing some size comparisons, here is Hawkeye and Black Widow next to some Avengers from the first movie, the third movie, and also Endgame, as well as more Avengers, and even some villains. For Hawkeye and Black Widow's accessories here, starting off with the head sculpts and comparing them with the previous counterparts, starting off with Nebula here. As you can see, the head is much more improved and it's a little bit bigger because when putting the Volume 2 head sculpt on the quantum suits is just too small, so I understand why they made the head a little bit bigger. You can see it's much more improved sculpt and added some extra orange details, and I think the paint job is okay. I think the metallic one works on the Volume 2 a little bit better, but you can see attaching the Endgame head to the Volume 2 is just too big and it's a little loose. Now comparing the weapons here, pretty much the same weapons and the same paint job, nothing has changed right there. So this is what Nebula looks like with the quantum suits and the blaster. And just showing you the articulation on the quantum suits, Nebula's head can rotate all the way around since it's on a ball hinge. It can look up that far, which is great if you want to do some looking up poses, I guess, or dramatic poses, and downward that much, same thing, looking down poses or dramatic poses right there. And also has the tilty shifty head movement like so, and a little bit forward and back movement right there, kind of a slant downward right there. Now comparing the Ant-Man head sculpts, it's pretty much the same sculpt, they just modified the paint here, so the stripes on the forehead are much brighter as well as the lenses on the eyes. Everything that's gray on the previous Ant-Man is now black on the Endgame version, so yeah. And this is what Ant-Man looks like with his quantum suit. Now finally moving on to Iron Man here, same sculpt, nothing new, it's not the Mark 85 head sculpt, it's just that the eyes are white and they added some panel lining details on the faceplate, and it's pretty much the exact same, and this is what it looks like on the quantum suit. Now for Black Widow's accessories here, she comes with her batons from the previous movie. As you can see, comparing the Endgame version, the Endgame one has a lighter gray compared to the straight up black one on the Infinity War. And this is what it looks like on the figure. Now looking at Hawkeye's accessory here, he comes with his bow, pretty much the same bow all the way up to Avengers 1, so nothing has changed, and this is what it looks like on the figure. Now closing off the accessory portion part of this video, you can see the Hawkeye head sculpt fits perfectly on the Ronin body as well, and you can see the Black Widow works well with the Infinity War one. It's just the skin tones are different colors. The Endgame one is a little bit brighter, more paler, and attaching the hood onto the Ronin figure, it just sits really high up because of his spiky hair, but you can work around that and kind of half it on the head right there, so you can make it work in some cases. And this is what it looks like without the vest and Black Widow with her batons. So taking a closer look at Hawkeye here, starting off with his head sculpt, really great likeness to Jeremy Renner. You can see they kind of painted my hairline here, and you can see they nailed the mohawk perfectly, very ugly. You can see some paint scuffings here and there on the back, which is okay, a little misalignments here and there, but overall the paint job is okay. You can see how spiky his hair is. Oh my gosh, look at that sculpt. That is one crazy haircut right there. The amount of detail that they put into the hair is just amazing. Now looking at the articulation, since this body has been reused from Captain America, it's on a ball hinge, so it does rotate all the way around. It can look up that far, which is okay, and downward that much, which is okay as well. And also has some tilty shifty head movement right there. And there's not a lot of forward and back movement right there, but you can get some as well. And you can see this is what it looks like on the quantum suits. And if you want to see an up close and articulation look, I'll have the card right there on the upper right hand corner. So taking a closer look at Black Widow here, and starting off with her head sculpt, really good head sculpt, and comparing it to the Infinity War one, you can see they're both great head sculpts. They look a little bit different. The Infinity War one looks a little bit more chubbier compared to the Endgame one, which does look a little bit slimmer. I may be wrong, but I do prefer the Endgame one because I do like the smirk on the Infinity War one. But looking at the Endgame one, it captures kind of the seriousness and mysteriousness of Black Widow in my opinion. But looking at the rest of the head sculpt here, pretty nice paint job on the hair. Really like that transition there from red to blonde. You can see a little silver bit there for the hair tie. And you can see some nice sculpting on the hair as well with the little braids. Now just looking at the quantum suits, you can see metallic gray here, a little bit of marbling in the gray plastic, which is okay. Kind of adds character, even though some collectors do not like it. Pretty much the same design for the male and female. You can see it also has that wrist device, which supposedly now is the housing unit, or the housing unit that materializes into this nanotech suit. I don't know. Man, April 26th can't come any sooner. But you can see more marbling in the calves right there, and a little red paint jobs in the feet and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. For Black Widow's articulation here, starting off with the head does rotate all the way around. It can look up that far, hindered by the ponytail, which is okay, and downward that much, which is great. And also has the tilty shifty head movement right there, a little head wobble right there, and a little forward and back movement right there as well. Now the arms here do rotate all the way around. They bend outward that far, a little over 90 degrees, kind of at a 130 degree angle, and inward that much. Also has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Finally, thank you Hasbro. Now the wrist here, they do rotate all the way around. They bend up that far and down that much. And with a little housing device here on the left, all the way around, up that far, down that much. Doesn't really hinder it that much. Now the torso here is on a ball joint, so it can bend forward that far, which is not that great. Back that much, which is great. Has some side to side movement and 360 rotation right there. Now the legs here can kick forward that far, so she can sit down like so. And backward not that much, because the way how the gluteus maximus is sculpted, which is basically the butt. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees right there. Feet bend down that far and up that much. Also has the ankle pivot, and the legs can move outward that far. And doing the ankle pivot test, she is good to go. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell, turn on notifications, because there are some videos coming. I don't know, until Hasbro releases Wave 2. Those are the videos that I'm going to have coming out. But I wish that they made quantum suits for Thor and Hulk, because the Thor head does not work on this current quantum suit body. But yeah, other than that, I want another War Machine figure, probably the Mark 4, 5, or 6, one of those. Even the War Machine Buster, if they have the balls to do that. But other than that, I like this 2-pack. If you want to complete like almost the full team, you want to buy 2 of these and 1 Captain America figure from the Build-A-Figure Armor Thanos wave. So yeah, great sculpt on the Hawkeye figure, Black Widow figure, and Nebula figure. All improved head sculpts from the previous counterparts. Rehashed parts here, like the batons, the blasters, and the bow right here. But still a great 2-pack if you can find it at Target. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Arolf Mora. This is signing out. Peace.